Hey, I would like to speak to you about self-confidence. This video is a little self-confidence booster which comes up with 7 tips what you can do to be more self-confident. The problem actually is that we all compare ourselves to other people we think are superior. Permanently we look at the news feeds on social media and think like, oh my God, they all have the perfect life. I don't have the perfect life. What's wrong with me? This is not true, and this is not the reality, because nobody has a perfect life. And you should rather stop comparing yourself and focus really on who you truly are inside and all the resources which you carry within you, because I am sure that every single one of us can achieve everything and has all the necessary resources inside. One of these resources is our self-confidence, and some of us really struggle with that. Many of us struggle at least a little bit with that. It's quite natural. To a degree, it's also quite healthy, actually. But if it's too much, then it stands in your way for any development, and you will not have the courage to go for new things and to live really the life you truly want to live. The very first thing, number one, which you have to do if you want to be more self-confident, is that you stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop looking at someone and thinking, oh, she's more beautiful than I am, or she has a nicer dress, or he has a bigger car, what did he do for that, what I'm doing wrong. Catch yourself when you have these kind of thoughts, and rather try to use your time for something better. Learning a new skill, for example, reading a book, doing something exciting or fun, or go for a nice restaurant. Do something else with your life. Make your life rich and inspiring. And then you don't have time anymore to compare yourself to seemingly perfect people, which actually are not more perfect than you are. Second point would be, when you really feel that someone is better than you and you cannot get rid of that thought, then turn it into a constructive thought. Instead of blaming yourself for your weaknesses and for why you are inferior to that person, think about, what can I learn from that person? There's certainly something you can learn from that person. Take just the learnings without blaming yourself, without judging yourself severely, as you often do, as we all do. We all judge ourselves, probably more severely than we would ever judge a friend. So be friendly with yourself and just try to find, what can I learn from a person of who I think that she or he is better than I am. 3, set yourself your true and individual set of values. This true and individual set of values should guide your life, should guide your decisions, your way of being. And you should measure yourself against the values and shape your life accordingly. Imagine, for example, it's maybe your case, you have siblings, brother, sister, and your parents permanently compare you with them because maybe one of your siblings is professionally more successful than you are. You have to free yourself up from that. You have to know what you really want. Ideally, you know your values. Better even, you know who you really want to be, and you have maybe even a life purpose you can strive for. If you have these really strong inner drivers and strong inner goals, then you are encouraged to stand up for your opinion and to live your proper life instead of fulfilling expectations of other people, especially of family members. If you want to learn more about that, I have a full training course online as a live event and as a book. It's called Shine, Step Out of Your Shadow, to really have this inner strength and generate a powerful engine which you carry inside, to get rid of this lack of self-confidence which you might have today. 4, when you start comparing yourself to others, just really stop doing it, because if you compare yourself to others, you measure yourself on a scale. And this scale isn't yours, it's the scale of someone else. If you measure yourself on a scale that isn't yours, you can never be satisfied with your own results. Logical, isn't it? So instead of measuring yourself against other people, set yourself compelling goals. Maybe you set yourself a dream, something you really want to achieve. Or, as I said before, values, life purpose, identity. Set yourself compelling goals and measure yourself against your proper goals, and only your proper goals, not those of someone else. The only person you should compare to is the person you were yesterday and no one else. 5, how does your life environment look like? Are you surrounded by the people who are right for you, who help you, who want you to grow, who want you to be happy? Or are there jealous people in your environment who hinder you to do things, who put little roadblocks here and there in your way, but they were here all the time, your whole life. You're just used to it and you think, it's not that bad. Don't underestimate with who you spend your time with. It's very important to spend your time with people that are supportive of you, that want you to be happy, truly, that are not jealous. And maybe make a list of the people you spend most of your time with. And maybe you make then a list of people where you think that these are the people who really want only the best for you. And then compare the two lists. Are you spending most time with the people who want the best for you? Or are there many other people in your list you spend your time with? This is a waste of time. Be courageous enough to say no to, lunch appointments, after work drinks, or things where you don't feel accepted, where you have the feeling you're judged and there are not people surrounding you who will help you on your way to develop yourself and your self-confidence. Have the courage to do so. It's your life, it's your time, you decide what you want to do. 6. Hold back self-doubt. If you're doubting about yourself and you permanently think you're not good enough, hold it back and train yourself. If you want to hold self-doubt back, you can analyze your self-doubt. That means you want to go for a situation or a new activity which you think, I'm not good at this, whoa, that will be dangerous. Well, then you make a list and you have two sides of that list. On one side, you put up all the reasons why you think you won't make it. And I guess this will be pretty easy because we are all easy in judging ourselves severely. So you put up why you won't make it. Put the points up. Okay, here you have the evidence why you won't make it. But now you go on the other side of the list. And on this other side, you put up why you will make it. And you will find reasons why you will make it. Because you have strengths. Think about what you're strong at. And don't be severe in judging yourself what you're strong at. You have strengths. And there are reasons why you will make it. And then afterwards you look at both and you compare them. And you can see here 50-50, 50% here, 50% here. So why do you believe at 100% you won't make it? You have 50% of chances in both directions. That's not bad. Let's go for it then. Convince yourself about trying it out. And last but not least, take your courage to do something big. Take something which you can do, which seems for you to be a real challenge. And for this, ask yourself, how many seconds of courage will it need to do it? Because it's not hours of courage. Usually it's a situation where you maybe only have to ask a question to someone, or to step out into the emptiness if you want to jump from a high building or something like that. Very often this is a short time frame. There was a very nice quote in the film We Bought a Zoo where Matt Damon says at one point, you only need 20 seconds of courage to change your life. And he refers to the fact that he needed 20 seconds of courage to go and speak to his wife when he saw her the very first time in a cafe. And then they got married. And what if he had failed? Well, then she would have just said, go away, I don't like you, and that's it. What would he have lost? His face maybe for 20 seconds, but what he won at the end, because he had the 20 seconds of courage to speak to her, is huge. And this is the message of these 20 seconds. Ask yourself and set yourself a big challenge, and then ask yourself, how many seconds of courage do I need for that? Can I go for it? And then put it in like a mantra, 15 seconds. Only 15 seconds. I'll do these 15 seconds. I will ask this one question to this one person. And you try it out. And when you have done that once, you're ready to do it again and again, and to truly step out of your comfort zone and to become someone who is truly self-confident and strong from the inside. If you want to learn more about this program or others which I have online, you can check it out on my website, www.ulrikeseminati.com. Thank you very much. Bye.